Thousands of years ago, the Pomo Indians walked the land where Brassfield Estate Vineyard now lies. Living off the abundance that the valley offered, they enjoyed a serene existence in the beautiful meadow that came to be known as High Valley. In the early 1800s, when Mexico still owned California, High Valley was part of a huge land grant controlled by Captain Salvador Vallejo. Vallejo was followed in the mid-1800s by waves of European settlers who built small ranches, a schoolhouse, and a stagecoach stop in High Valley. The western edge of the valley, where Brassfield Estate now lies, was called High Serenity Ranch. In 1973, Jerry Brassfield bought High Serenity Ranch and created a family retreat and wildlife reserve.
I had a responsibility to be the steward of this beautiful place created by Mother Nature, and I've always felt that the most beauty that I have ever experienced is always created by nature, not by man. So in preserving this has allowed me and my family and friends to come here, and we kept the name Serenity because we felt serene, we felt peaceful here.
The Brassfield family fell in love with High Valley and enjoyed watching the wildlife in the sun-dappled meadows. Cliff Helgren reflects on the beauty and tranquility of the ranch.
It's kind of like a love. Well, it is a love. When you love nature, when you love tranquility, when you love peace, you've got all of that right here. Everything, and you don't know what it is until you've sat here. You've sat here in an evening and listened to what the ranch has to say. You know, nature speaks to you, but people don't take the time to listen. And that is what they're missing. Tonight, I hope that everybody will just come out here without the lights on, look at the heavens, listen to the wildlife, listen to the trees, listen to the breeze. It all talks to you, and it's all love, it's all warmth. The nice thing about it is that I know I can always come back. At any time, I'm always welcome here. That's the feeling that you'll have when you come to the ranch here. Just be yourself, and when you're around Jerry Brassfield, he'll make you feel that way. Very warm, very comfortable. It's home, and you're going to feel that way too.
Little did they know at the time that beneath their majestic oaks, pine trees, and buckeyes lay some of the finest soils for grape cultivation in the entire world. When, in 1998, the family discovered how special their volcanic soil was, they established Brassfield Estate Vineyard in partnership with winemaker Kevin Robinson.
A lot of people believe that winemaking is carried out in the winery, and it is, but every good winemaker knows that winemaking begins here in the vineyard. It's pretty hard to make great wine without great fruit.
Brassfield Estate has planted an amazing array of grapes from Italian, French, and Spanish classics. A unique microclimate was created in High Valley by volcanic activity thousands of years ago.
Our property is in a high valley, which is a suspended cradle valley developed as a result of Round Mountain volcano erupting thousands of years ago, creating a large dam of the valley at the east end of the valley. It's a unique valley because it's transverse. It runs east and west. Most valleys in California run north and south. Here, we're cradled at 1,800 feet at the valley floor. the valley floor gets very cold at night.
On the western side, we have mountains next to Clear Lake. On the eastern side, we have Round Mountain Volcano that stops the cold air from flowing out of High Valley.
7 miles of lake, which is Clear Lake. The wind comes from the west and goes in the direction of the east, which is going to the hot San Joaquin Valley. This is an occurrence that happens every day. At night, the sun goes down, the ocean air comes across Clear Lake, travels 7 miles. It's cold, it comes into the valley, and the valley is surrounded by high valley ridges, so that the cold air then pools and puddles. I fly my helicopter out of here, and every day during the growing season, when I fly out of here, we have a temperature inversion, meaning that the temperature is colder on the ground than it is at altitude. So I'll leave out of here and temperature will be 40 degrees in the summer in the morning because of the cold pool of air. And then as I climb out to 3,000 feet, the temperature goes to 80 degrees. What this allows us is to plant the colder varietals. We have microclimates and macroclimates here in the valley floor. And then as you go to the hillsides, we have volcanic soil, which was put in place by the volcano called Round Mountain Volcano. It's 4 miles away, and across the lake here, we have Mount Canocti Volcano, which blew in our direction and blew red volcanic soils over the hillsides. So these hillsides are warmer.
So up here on the hillsides, we planted our red fruit because the soil here is so shallow and gravelly, and it stresses the vine, causes them to be less vigorous, causes the fruit to be more intense, which subsequently transcends into the wine to make it much more intense. Where on the valley floor, we have much cooler conditions. We can plant grape varieties that take longer to mature, and this way they'll maintain their acidities nicely, give us nice, crisp, clean white wines, real refreshing.
We want to have a premium wine label that where the customer can count on the quality of that wine. And then, of course, we can compete with world-class wines because we have no land cost. Our land cost is virtually nothing, having bought this property over 30 years ago. This gives us an advantage. If we farm the same, if we grow the same varietals, if we grow the same quality fruit, then that gives us an economic advantage.
The winery itself, with its dramatic tile roof and stucco walls, is a nod to both the Italian and Spanish influences on High Valley. The magnificent 2,500-acre property also includes a small lake and High Serenity Ranch's original stone smokehouse and farmhouse, both constructed in the mid-1800s.
We decided to be an estate winery. All over the world, the finest wines come from estates where the grapes are grown on the property, the wine is made on the property, and the great names out of every country in the world where this is done, they're the best wines available.
Today, Brassfield Estate Vineyard is producing numerous award-winning wines entirely from estate-grown fruit.
We're passionate and excited. You know, anytime that you take a gamble like this and you invest your money and you put your name on a label, you want to win, and we have won. We have won. Our award-winning wines of Brassfield Estate. Kevin Robinson has been in the wine business for 20 years. He's had more medals, more gold medals, more sweepstakes medals in this last 4 years, 5 years than ever before. When you come here, you want to come back, and you want to come back again and again and again. We have accommodations for you to come here and spend the night and enjoy this entire scene. My experience today here is just made so much more enjoyable, visiting with you, and then of course to sit here and look out over High Valley and to look over Brassfield Estates, vineyards, winery, and of course High Serenity Ranch, all that it encompasses, and then be able to enjoy the wine that came from this land.
Premium wines have never been more accessible for everyday enjoyment. For more information, visit www.brassfieldestate.com.